Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Alberta's pride. Hey, ho, hey, ha, ha, hey, sister. Hey, 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 hey. Whoa.
Out in Alberta where the Rockies rise, Tommy Temper streaming with fire in his eyes from a lake house glowing in the moonlight's gleam. He's the YouTube
betcha.
king of the widest streams.
That hot tub is bubbling out here at the lake. We're having fun out here. I hope you are too. Without you, I wouldn't be here.
Hot tub bubbling under starlit skies. He's calling out the haters with truth in his lines.
That's right.
Talking about the world from the left to the right. Tommy's got the mic, keeping it tight.
Woohoo.
Tommy Temper, you're a great guy. Battling trolls with a spark in your eye. Conspiracy theories, politics and fun. Streaming from the Rockies, you're second to none. Lake house vibes where the mountains meet the stream. He's dodging all the
That's
trolls like
right.
a champion dream. From
Herman.
Alberta's heart, he's lighting up the night.
CJ.
Temper's truth is his guiding light. With a wink
D.
and a grin, he's taking on the fight, spilling all the tea.
Dashing drama.
From the hot tub to the Rockies, he's living it.
Great to see everyone out there today. Fry TV. Yo, all looking beautiful. Looking good. Woohoo. Troy in there. Flip those switches on in the background. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Let's go. Yeah, if you're just new here, give us a sub and give us a thumbs up if you would, please. That'll get our algorithm going here, as they say, get more people in here to view. Looking good. We're coming to you on a beautiful, beautiful Sunday here. It's nice. It was supposed to be cloudy here and rainy and stuff like that, but then I'm looking outside and it's actually looking beautiful. Nice and sunny out there. A little bit of, I don't know, maybe smoke in the air because there's lots of fires happening in British Columbia, that kind of thing. But, otherwise, feeling good on a Sunday here, that kind of thing. My new box of bling has come in here from my supplier in Edmonton. And as you can see, I've got my new Tommy Temper hat on here. It's the new bling where I've turned from all black garb, black t-shirt, black, Tommy Temper hat and stuff like that. And now we're into the summer mode here where it's so hot outside that, wearing a black hat and a black t-shirt in the middle of summer is like totally ridiculous. So, yeah, we're heading up, going white. We're going white. I don't know, some people might not like that. Hey, we got Mama Red in there. Hey, good to see you there, Mama Red. Looking good. Yeah, it's anyways, we're going white here now, and I don't know, it's kind of interesting with this white garb on here, because it seems like when I'm riding my golf cart around the area here, I get more thumbs ups and people waving at me and all kind of stuff like that. I don't know whether this outfit here is maybe more celebrity looking or something like that. I don't know, but it's funny if I'm in my golf cart riding around. If I wave at anyone, they absolutely will wave back at me. It's kind of a funny place that I'm living here in Sylvan Lake. It's lots of tourists out here and stuff like that. Lots of people out just having fun and whatever. Pam in there. Hey, Pam, matches your eyelids. Yeah, matches my eyebrows, right? My eyebrows. I'm kind of, I was born blonde baby, and I had blonde hair most of my life. Got a little bit darker there when I got a little bit older, but as I get a lot older, now it's turning gray. So it's kind of back to that sort of blonde look now. But matches matches me anyways. Yeah, I like it. It's something a little bit different. So yeah, it's okay. It's cool. I can't complain about that. Nobody listens anyways. Yeah, when you complain, that's it. Hey, what's happening? I was just before I came on here, I happened to see the Q lady was live, and oh, hang on here. Where am I? There we are. The Q lady was live, and what's happening here? There, she went to some Aboriginal gig with the I think the Samson Cree Nation there, and the guy on the mic gave Q Nation a shout out there, if you can believe that. And what is she turning a new leaf there, where she's becoming a nice person, becoming like thinking about being nice to everybody out there? Is that what's happening? What? Like I couldn't believe it when I watched her this morning. It's like, is she gonna stop calling people out and stop being negative? I can't believe that. Like how can a person turn like that? From being like bashing everybody and being negative to everything, and calling out people and stuff like that. Maybe it's that new Canadian hate law. Yeah, we can blame that. The hate law, the new hate law, is causing people to think, maybe I shouldn't do that, or I might get a knock on my door. You know what I mean?
FBI, open up!
That maybe is what's going on more than anything. Yeah, and actually, Queenie was over in, let's see, whose chat was it there? RV's chat. And RV made her a mod. I couldn't believe that happened. That was like, holy shit. I couldn't believe that happened. But anyways, I said to her, hey, Queenie, can I come over to your garage sale? And she replied back, well, you can come to my garage sale just as long as I can come to your fire pit and do a dual simultaneous stream with you over at the fire pit. Maybe the hot tub. I don't know. How about the hot tub? That would be a good one. Queenie and I in the hot tub. My wife would kill me. She would absolutely slaughter me if she heard that something like that was going to happen. That's just not going to happen. I'll tell you right now. Yeah, it's just not going to happen. So don't even suggest it in the chat. Don't even think something like that. It's just totally atrocious. Pooh Scissors, you're Queenie, one of her besties over there. What the hell is going on with her? How can she be changing from being the most, calling everyone a pedo vileness in the whole world to being, the nicest person? What is it? If you put a bow in your hair and, you start talking nice to people, does that make you a nice person? I don't know. We'll see over a period of time whether or not that happens. But she's over in her stream trying to be such a nice person. I think it was going to the Cree event there that and getting kudos and a shout out and stuff like that. That she's maybe feeling a little bit remorseful for everything that's happened in the last while. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, did I say queefy? Yeah, exactly. Queasy, more likely. But she might have to stop, hot knifing and stuff like that, because I think that influences her behavior there as well. When you're up and down, and you're, when you're down and you need something, you're like get more aggressive and angry at people and stuff like that. You have to normalize yourself by stopping doing stuff like that, like me, right? That's how I'm such a nice person, because I don't do those bad drugs and stuff like that. Once in a while I'll have a couple of beer. Well, actually the worst was on Friday. On Friday I had 2 cans of beer at home, and they weren't light beer either. They were like Coors regular beer. And then we went out for supper at Rusty Cage and down on the strip there in Sylvan Lake, which is actually a pretty good bar. It was great service there, great food. We had the 3 meat special. We had it's like a barbecue type place, whatever. And we had the beef, the brisket, and we had the chicken, and we had the sausage. And they served it along with cornbread and it was macaroni side. Let's see, what else did we have? There was a salad there, and it was a bunch of other stuff too there. But it was like the buffet type thing. Well, not buffet, but they bring to your table enough for 4 people, right? And then you take it off the dishes and put it on your plate type thing. But it was great. It was, a pretty good deal, I thought, for all the food that we got, and it was a great time. But I also had 2 really strong Caesars. They had these, I don't know what the hell they call them now, Cowboy Caesars or something like that. I forget the name, but it was like, like big Caesars, and they seemed like they spiked it because, I walked in there with my Tommy Temper hat, and they thought, oh, Tommy Temper's here. Oh, man, he's a special dude, so we're going to give him special service and stuff like that, and maybe give him some extra alcohol in his booze or whatever. I don't know. I'm not going to say that happened. But, it was a great time, great place, and I ended up getting pretty inebriated, with all that, and that was unusual for me to be drinking that much, so having the 2 beer ahead of time and then a couple of Caesars after that. And, I was just flying high, I should have actually gone live on Friday night when that happened. But, I didn't because I came home and I was doing my thing, partying it up, and having fun and whatever. So, that's what happened on Friday. And then Saturday, had a little bit of action out on the golf cart there, was driving around a little bit there, went down to the beach, met up with, I sat down, I was by myself on the beach there, sat down on a chair beside a lady that was sitting there. She was maybe in her 30s or something like that. And she said she just moved to Sylvan Lake, and that she works at a place just out of town, a short distance from Sylvan Lake. And that she was a welder, a female welder. Like, how rare is that for a woman to be a welder? Like, that's traditionally a guy's vocation, to be a welder, but she was a welder. And, I thought, hey, kudos on her for actually being a welder. And we talked a little bit about, the goings-on of Sylvan Lake, how things have changed over the years. Even the lake itself, I haven't showed you that, and it's hard to see behind me, but the lake has kind of receded over the years. And if you were to come here 10 years ago, there would have been way more water in the lake. But now that the lake has receded, there's like a pretty long beach. Like, it's maybe about, maybe 75 foot of sand, there's kind of a wall, like a cement wall, all along the south side of the lake here. And it has receded to where there's it's a pretty good sandy beach where you can go and play around on the beach. They have, they play ball and stuff like that, bouncy ball, whatever. There's new games and stuff that they play. People hang out on the beach. They have their umbrellas on the beach and stuff like that, So you've got the grassy area in Sylvan, and then you've got the sandy area. So people, are on both areas there now, which is actually good. I like that. It's great. And I kind of hang out more up on the upper area where there's some permanent benches set up there on a kind of a walkway area there. I can park my golf cart across the main Lakeshore Drive there and just walk across the avenue and sit there and watch all of the fun stuff at the beach there. And there's always lots of people. Like, I think even today with the nice weather out here, that there's going to be lots of people out here doing this thing. Welding is not a fun job. Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you mean. It's a tough gig, that's for sure. Yeah, we got Pooh Scissors in here, hot tub and fire sales stream. Yeah, that's about it too. Herman says, did you say queefy? Yeah, I did say that. Yeah. So yeah, maybe she's changed and she's like a great person now. We'll see. We'll see. RV and SW. What? Having sex with a black screen. Oh my. Oh my. Yeah. RV, if you're listening, don't quit doing the black screen stuff there. You're like, every time we come on there, all I see is the crown on your screen. It's like, you can't see anything of what you're doing. Nobody knows what you're up to. You may as well just be doing audio and not video. You may as well be doing, voice podcasting. Get a podcast channel and just go over there and do that. Because YouTube is a visual thing, right? You need to do something visual so that we can see what you're doing. If we can't see what you're doing, that's half of what's going on. So get back to doing some visual stuff. I wasn't really a fan of you're just pointing your camera at one thing and talking, whatever, and your face and whatever is not even on the screen. You're just pointing at some tree or something like that. It's like me. Let's say that I was doing a video like this. It's like, hey guys, welcome to the Tommy Temper Show. I'm here, but I'm not here. I'm like hiding behind the camera, and I'm not going to show my face. Or let's see, I could go to black screen here. Hang on. How about this here? But if I fade to black, I think I lose my audio too. Okay. Yeah. How about this? I don't know if you can hear me. Yeah. Yeah. What did you think of that? Was that a good show? Yeah. I don't know. But I think that if you just go to just the video with not you in the screen, that's what YouTube is all about. People don't want to see a black screen. People don't want to see a logo, like this, like what the hell kind of a show is this, like, come on. I wouldn't have any show at all. This would be like lackluster, and people would be going, well, that looks pretty shitty. I'm going to go somewhere else, No, you don't want that. And you don't want this. You don't want your camera just pointing somewhere and you talking, or barely talking, or you can barely hear you, and you don't know what's going on. And it's mostly people chatting about stuff that has nothing to do with what you're up to. No, that's not what you want. You want to have your face on the video. People want to see you. People want to hear you. People want to, be involved with whoever it is that's doing the thing. I'm just saying, And these guys that go on YouTube and do the logo thing and, and think that, oh, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. No, it's not. It's actually pretty shitty, Don't do that. That's not good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, whether we're going to have the fireside stream or something like that. I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see. We have to monitor Queenie's actions there and see whether or not she actually does turn into a nice person. She has, if she puts that bow in her hair, maybe that's what happens. Putting a bow in your hair is like, first thing in the morning, put the bow in there and like, I'm a nice person all of a sudden, like, whoa, and then she's driving down the road, you asshole, oh no, I was supposed to be nice, I forgot, yeah, you imbecile, go back to where you came from, but I'm a nice person. Yeah, we'll believe it when we see it, put it that way, really, yeah. Okay, Troy's got something up there. I have no idea what that is. Is this real? We have questions. He's got some post on there. I don't know what that is. Hey, Partabonza, good to see you in there. Nice to see you're up and at 'em out there in the east coast of the United States of America. We got Fry TV over in Texas. Pop it in here. We got Bob Cox in here. Bob Cox, good to see you. You're a good old favorite down here on the Tommy Temper Show. We have Steve O in here. Steve O, how's things going there? How's things going with you and Kenna and I don't know, and your wife too? We got to bring her into the picture there, and all the rest of the controversy going on there. I don't know what's going on with you there today, but Yeah, Caesar Sunday. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, we need. Hey, I'm out here, but the only thing I have to worry about is driving, right? And it doesn't matter whether you're driving a golf cart or a car. It's pretty much the same thing, you can't drive while you're impaired. So I have to be, cognizant of, well, what am I going to do later today? Am I going to go out for a golf cart ride? I suppose, and if it's a bicycle ride, it's even worse yet, because if you're drunk on a bicycle, well, you could really do yourself some harm there when you crash, and you're more likely to crash on a bicycle than on, driving a golf cart or something like that. But I don't recommend that anybody drink and drive. So, if I know that I might be driving and I might end up in an ambulance like you saw driving behind me there just a second ago. So, so I kind of, I follow the law. I watch the law, and I don't like to drink if I'm going to be driving. So, and I know that I'm going to be going for a golf cart ride, because probably the most fun thing in my life right now, well, besides hanging out with my kids and my wife and, having fun with them. And we did have fun last night too. We went to Red Deer. We took a little trip last night to Red Deer, went by car. It's about 14 kilometers to the east of Sylvan Lake, really close. And in Red Deer, you've got everything from Costco, all the big box stores, it's like a small city, right? Red Deer, with everything more than what we have here in Sylvan Lake. But Sylvan Lake, it has most everything you need. It's got everything from pharmacies to about 3 different places, like big stores where you can buy food. It's got it doesn't have a Home Depot, but it's got a competitor of Home Depot, so you can buy stuff like that. You've got a fairly big 7-Eleven here. In fact, the largest 7-Eleven that I've ever seen, with lots of stuff in there. It's like, wow, I didn't know there was that much stuff in the 7-Eleven. You got the Canadian Tire store and, all kind of stuff like that. So we have most everything that you need here right in Sylvan Lake. But when we go to Red Deer, then you've got some of the other stores like, your Value Villages and, all kind of different small food type establishments. We went to this place called Streets to eat there last night, and had some pretty good food. I had like a kind of a chicken bowl type thing, which was pretty good. And my son had a chance to go to a bowling alley and do a little bit of bowling there yesterday, which is one of the things that he likes to do. Go out bowling, and whatever, went to a bunch of different stores there and checked out some different things. And yeah, it was just fun going to Red Deer. That's what, a woman with a bow in her hair is what I would call a real woman. Pretty much. Eagle Commander has entered the chat. Many female welders, not rare at all. Well, it was a male dominated thing back in the good old days, but you're absolutely right. There are more and more women entering the field, doing all kind of things, from mechanic jobs, and a lot of male dominated jobs are being infiltrated by women now. Should I say that? Not infiltrated, but they're more than welcome to do whatever they want, put it that way. Truck driving and all kind of stuff like that. Although I will say that truck driving in Canada is, you don't see too many women. In fact, you mostly see East Indian people. They have pretty much dominated the truck driving thing in Canada here. That's for sure. Oh, that's ear piercing to hear that. Yeah. But, every time I say that, you're going to hear that little song come on there. That's their favorite song. In fact, I have that ringtone on my phone. So if you hear that noise in the background, it's probably me getting a phone call there, because that's my ringtone on my phone. Hey, if you can't beat them, join them. That's the way that goes. Haven't you heard that before? Is welding fun as a hobby? I'd like to learn it just to do small repair work. You know what? And now I've been watching some videos, and they've got these laser welders now, right? I think that eventually they're going to be moving from using, oxygen, acetylene torches and stuff like that, moving to laser welding, because some of these lasers are so high power now that you can weld with them. And, you know, they do an amazingly good job at welding, like really nice, precise. You know how welding with, you know, normal welding, it's like neep, and kind of blobby and whatever. But this laser welding is like nice welding. And I've seen lasers that can remove you know, rust and stuff like that on iron. That stuff is really really good. Betty says she hasn't changed. Watch her video today. She actually she was live. She was live when I went live, and I was actually watching her. And she's actually saying that she's a changed person and she's going to be nice and things like that. She's saying that, you know, on her stream today. So if you've never watched, if you haven't, you know, if you watched her before today, yeah, she was the same old self. But today, after going to the Cree event and being loved by so many people, and you know, given a shout out, you know, for Q Nation and stuff like that. She's maybe, because she's being watched and she realized she's being watched by some of her people, that maybe she should change her ways there and be a nice person. I don't know. Who knows whether that's what it is. Bob says, and a forge welding or torch. You worry about SW, SW with RV there. Yeah. He's hanging out with SW. I don't know exactly what's going on with them there, and with the two of them. I you know, like, I do talk to RV in the background once in a while. We talk on the phone and talk about what's going on, and I have a pretty good indication of what's going on with him, because I talk to him. But I also am bound to not repeat things that I hear or what he says to me. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to out him. I'm not going to, you know, say things that I know about what's going on there. But generally, things that you know off of the internet, you know, are things that I don't mind talking about. But at the moment, I don't know what's going on between him and SW. You know, I know where they're located, you know, which I would have to say it's, you know, in that Edmonton area, you know, put it that way. So close to Edmonton. And yeah, he did have a stream where he said he was going to be mobile or changing location or doing something like that, on the road again, that kind of thing. But I haven't really seen that happen. I don't know that RV has actually moved on to you know, different locations, because when he goes live, he seems to be with SW. So he's sort of at that location there, or something. Even the ASMR creators show something. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You don't want to be having just your avatar or something on there. That's not really good. What's that? Steve O, got some bad news Friday, so I had to cancel my getaway, but everything is all right. Well, good to hear. I'm good to hear that. That's pretty good. Yeah, exactly. Watch out, Tommy. RV will take your channel down. Yeah, exactly. Ain't gonna happen. Yeah, so many people. You know, there's so many people over the years have said, Tommy Tipper, I'm gonna take your channel down. I'm gonna take you down. Yeah, but it has yet to be happening. I will say, though, that a lot of creators on YouTube are saying that views are down, channel sub numbers are down, people are not getting as many subs, they're losing subs and stuff like that. You know, people are saying, a lot of people are saying that on YouTube, and I would agree with that. Things are, you know, pretty much stationary on YouTube. You know, like when I go live, I get a certain, you know, number of people watching, and you know, it seems to be okay. Like right now, you know, there's probably about 75 people watching on you know, all the different platforms, off and on. People come, people go, depending on what you're talking about. And yeah, it's just what it is. What it is. It's not, you know, it's a number that's kind of level. You know what I mean? It's not like increasing. But on the other hand, I'm not being, you know, confrontational with people. I'm not showing too much controversy, you know. Yeah, I'm just trying to be nice. Herman the Tosser, you got it. Nice show. Trying to be nice to people. Trying to, not, put people down, whatever. The stuff that I promote here, not really promote, but show, is, just world events, just stuff that's happening. And you know what? It's, is today, I heard that, I don't know if it's today or yesterday, I'm not sure, but we know that it's International Cat Day, okay? It's International Cat Day, so those cats, they do nefarious things like this here. This is one of the things that a cat would actually do, would be to light some kind of a firecracker in a sewer pipe and blast the hell out of a dog that's sitting on a toilet, So in light of International Cat Day, we present you this video. Yeah, looks good. You can't make this shit up. Oh man, that poor dog. Don't do that. Wasn't I talking about being nice a minute ago? Like, people should be nice to each other. So what the hell's the matter with this cat here? Can't cats even be nice to dogs? No, apparently not. You got to blow them off the toilet. And yeah, that's my tribute to International Cat Day here today. Yeah, okay. We'll go with that. Oh, yeah. Baby steps. Yeah, exactly. One step at a time. Yeah. She'll get there. Sensible gains. Bird of prey, flying high, flying high. Oh, Jim Morrison said once. Yeah, he was flying high, all right. No doubt about that. I would agree with that, Bob Cox. Looking beautiful. Read it. Open it and read it. Oh, what should I be reading? What was posted up there? Hang on. Let me see what that's all about here. Let me see. What was that thing that was posted there by Troy? Where is it? Oh, what happened? 12th man in there. 12th man. Let's see, you deleted a message by Jen. Let's see what that message is here. Hang on. What? Troy, I can answer that. Your friends are liars and trash. One of them changed my message. Doesn't get much lower than that. No, I wouldn't delete a message like that. 12th man in the chat. Hey, 12th man, good to see you. We got Hot Dam in the chat. Hey, Hot Dam. Good to see you. Jen DeLoyne in the chat. 12th man, no one ever heard of Rosie the Riveter. Oh, yeah. You're right. Rosie the Riveter. I'm a little bit behind in the chat here. She's a fighter and a brat, but hanging in there. Not sure who you're talking about there. We got, who's that? Scroat from New York. Did the pill thief really move in with Mater? Oh, what? You're kidding. No way. That would never have happened. I don't think so. Betty Elaine, I'll say a prayer for her. Most likely Cam did it. What did the real message say? Thank you. Most likely. Just reading through some of the chat here. Not sure what some of you are talking about. Edward Cam, it was you or Al that changed my message. You can't change a message. Jen, you can delete a message. Somebody can delete it or hide a message, but nobody can actually go in and change what you said. Nobody can change the message. You can't do that in the chat. Well, so just put your message out there again. Jen, type your message in there again one more time so that people see what the message is. If you think somebody changed something, just go ahead. The Oily J in there. Any Blue Jays fans out there? Best Blue Jay player. Let's go Tempo. By the Riverhawks. Go Elks, go. Hey, sports fan out there. Good to see you there, Jay. Jay in the chat. Big ups to you. Thanks a lot for popping in. We got Canadian RV Outdoor Adventures. I'm watching, Tommy, LOL. So that's RV. So if you see Canadian Outdoor Adventures, that's Canadian RV. He's in the chat. He's listening. So, well, you know me. I talk generically, like, you know, around the surface of what's going on, but don't get into the details of what's happening. You know, I don't out people or whatever. We just try and have fun. Yeah. RV's not going to take my channel down. He might have said that in the past, though. You know, you know, it's like the past is kind of the past, you know, and I move on with. I don't dwell on the past, but I, you know, just, you know, I don't even worry about now, or I don't worry about the future. But I live in the present, and I try and make the future a better place. You know, is what's going on here. Oh, what's going on here? Let's see. Jen with the $5 super chat. I Googled it, and I know exactly how they changed it. It was Al or Cam. Do not trust or believe anything they say. Well, Jen, just repost it again. Repost it. Whatever you're saying, whatever you want to say, just repost it in my chat. And the only one that I see that deleted anything was our good friend from Alaska, right? He deleted one thing that you said there, and I read out what it was that he deleted. But you know, I don't know what it was that you actually said, so just post it again. Post it again. Whatever you said, post it again. Do a post right now. I'll look at it. I'll read it. We'll find out what was going on there, and you know, the rest will be history. But, you know, I wouldn't worry or dwell over, you know, a post on the internet, or that somebody might have changed something. But I don't know that I, you know, and I, you know, I'm the guy that's running the channel here. I don't know that people are able to do that. This is a post that's being questioned. Oh, okay. Let me see that. Let me just go over there and see what it is that's going on there. Let's see. Yes. What's that? Yes, me and Moss go into RV's chat and ban everyone we don't like on his replay. That's why no one is in his live, only us. And that's Jen says that. Oh, okay. That's that post that they're talking about. Hang on. Let me see if I can bring this up on a window here. Where is it? Here it is. But I have to make it bigger so that you can actually see it. Okay, so this is coming in from Al Munson. If you can see this chat here, Al Munson posted this a couple of days ago. Al says, "You're right once again. Hey, Canada RV." And there's the actual post. And Jen actually says on that post, "He changed something I said in RV's chat the other day. They're making me look like a bad person. I'm not like them." Jen, you're a good person. Like, I've known you for a while, you know, for a long time, you know. What can I say? Not all my life, but, you know, on the internet here. And you've always been a good person. You've always, you know, said good things, and, you know, or pointed out things that were like quite obvious, that kind of thing. But you never ever, you know, doxed me or anybody that I know. And as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I don't think that there should be any controversy over you. But, you know, guys like Al Munson, they're trying to stir up the proverbial, you know, cesspool pile, whatever, just trying to make people look bad or point out stuff, you know. And that post there is just exactly what you might see posted by Al. Come on, what are you trying to stir up there? Yes, me and Moss go into RV's chats and ban everyone like we don't like on his replay. That's why no one is live in his chat. Yeah. So yeah, apparently you're saying that you didn't say that. Like with this one right here, he changed something I said in Arby's chat the other day. They're making me look like a bad person. I'm not like them. So quit it, you guys. Quit it. Quit it. Jen is a nice person. I don't know. Like something like this can be spoofed. You can actually, when you see something like this posted this is actually posted by Charles, right? If you look closely here. And these guys fake stuff all the time. Like they'll take a picture of me and they'll modify a picture of me and then post it over on, Rumble or something like that, and go, ha ha ha, look at what I did. I took a picture of Tommy and I did this and blah, blah, blah. So they use all kind of stuff to change things that you say. So anything posted by Charles like this, I would take it with a grain of salt, because it could very well be faked. And if you are faking it and you're affecting Jen there, where Jen is pissed off about it, shame on you guys for doing stuff like that. Like that's unacceptable. Don't do stuff like that. Like, look at Jen is pissed off. She's actually super chatting me to get her message out. And quit trying to make Jen look like a bad person. She's not a bad person. She's a nice person. Okay, so be nice to Jen. Let's make it a feel good, be nice stream here today. Okay, where we all, it's Sunday. It's Sunday. If you are a person that's religious, this is your day of worship. Even if you're a drinker, smoker, or whatever. You can still go to church. If you're Catholic, you can see the priest, and you can, tell him about all of your sins and repent, and he will, get you to say a few Hail Marys, and then all will be great. All will be good. Yeah. So you think I'm making this up? I'm not. I'm honestly a nice person trying to make the world a better place, one gaslight at a time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, take everything I say with a grain of salt. Take the world with a grain of salt. Don't believe everything that everyone says out there, because people are inclined to bullshit you. You know that. I know that. We've heard it all. And life goes on, and you're just a better person when you hang out with Tommy Temper here. I should actually call it the Sunday feel good show here, where we hand out the Hail Marys to everyone out there. Yeah, Hail Mary, everyone. Hail Mary. Yeah, it's a great day here today. I'm feeling good. I want you to feel good. Let's all feel good. Let's, whether, and then there's the big controversy over some woman getting slapped on the basketball court or something. There's that whole controversy going on there. I saw that one there today. We gotta be Happy Cat Day, because the Happy Cat thing is always a good thing to be, feeling good about cats. Yeah, let's bring on the cat stuff here again. Meow, meow. Where's my cat? Ah, isn't that nice? And there's all the cats. Happy Cat Day. I think I'm allergic to that feline, whatever you call it. That it's a kind of a makes me tear or whatever. There's something in their fur or something that makes me sneeze and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm allergic to cats or whatever, but I did have a cat once in my life, and it was not a great experience. Anyways, I was sneezing and everything there. The dander, that's what it is. It's kind of cats have a dander, and myself, I'm like maybe allergic to it. I don't know. It's you know what I'm talking about. And then dogs have a certain smell, like that wet dog smell. Like, oh my God, the wet dog smell. That's got to be the worst thing ever, So, I tend to not have pets I guess I could have a pet, but I don't like having to deal with the excrement, shall we say. And I see that. I'm over on the beach there, sitting there, and I'm watching somebody with the dog, and then the dog takes a dump inevitably right in front of me, and I'm watching it, and then I watch the person, and they put that plastic bag on their hand, and then they have to go down and pick up that turd, and then they look over at me, and I'm watching them picking up the turd, And I'm going like, oh man, I'm glad that's not my dog, and it's amazing the size of the turd that will come out of a small dog too, like unbelievable. At least I don't see people walking their cats. I don't see them, but once in a while there's a cat that runs around my yard here, he like owns the territory. He'll go through my yard, go through the neighbor's yard, go all over or whatever, take a dump, whatever, in some loose, dirt or something, luckily I don't have that on my property here. It's mostly like rocks and grass and whatever. But yeah, the cats they roam around and do whatever the hell they want, and there's a number of them in the neighborhood here that do that. So yeah, cats, and they're like kind of a self kind of a person, a cat. You ever notice that? It's like, yeah, you can pet them a little bit, but they're like, "Wah," and then they'll walk away, and stick their tail up, in your face there as they walk away. They're pretty autonomous, you know what I mean? Like you can see in this picture here, they're like the king. They're like the king. They're like alpha, and you're beta. You're anybody that has a cat, your cat is absolutely the alpha, and you are the beta. Unlike dogs, that you can have an alpha dog, but you can teach a dog to be a beta, right? But you cannot ever teach a cat to be a beta. The cat will always be the alpha. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Jen says, "Pooh, thanks for admitting that." Yeah, a truce. It's going to be a truce there, T. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Will things change? Will people change? People say, like, if a woman marries an alcoholic, she goes, well, I'll be able to change him once we get married. Does that ever happen? Has anybody that has married an alcoholic or gone with, had a boyfriend that was an alcoholic? You ladies will be able to answer that. Have you ever been able to change that guy? No, absolutely not. They don't change. They are always the same. It's once people are what they are, they are. Or if someone's a pot smoker or something like that, well, I'll get him to change and get him to quit smoking pot. No, he'll be smoking pot and lying on the couch there for the rest of his life there. He can't change that stuff there. If RV saves a stream, since when has he ever saved the chat replay? I actually, on my streams, if I go over to my what do you call it here? Oh, hang on, mix it up, move that over here. New tab, I don't need that one. This one here is over here. If I go into my customization, I have turned on live chat. Okay, is turned on. Live chat replay is turned on. Live chat summary is turned on. Live chat translation is turned on. And leaderboard is turned on. Those things are actually turned on my stream. Okay, now I can unclick live chat summary and save it. And then, not summary. I can unclick live chat replay and save it. And then I can click live chat replay, which I always have turned on my streams, live chat replay. But a lot of times, YouTube does not replay the live chat, even though you have that turned on. And I believe it is based on the content of your chat. In other words, if you have a lot of vile stuff happening in your chat with people attacking each other and saying vile things, whatever, I don't know, maybe there's some kind of a bot or something that YouTube has that they determine that your chat is not worthy of being replayed, so then they just plain don't replay it. I don't know what their criteria is, but I do notice 100% for sure, even though I have live chat replay turned on, that a lot of my streams, when I go back and look at them, do not have the live chat turned on. And or it may have something to do with monetization. If you're monetized like I am, when you turn on monetization for your stream, and you actually have to do it. Like normally, if you just go live on your channel, you're not monetized, and they don't play advertisements on your stream. So you have to go in the background and turn on that you want monetization turned on. If you do that, then YouTube is more likely to bot your channel to find out what the hell is going on in your channel, to see what kind of ads they should be playing if your content is worthy of certain kind of advertising or whatever. So there's a lot of background stuff that goes on with the stream. And, I don't know, maybe the bot also determines whether or not your chat is worthy of being replayed, because if it's garbage and people fighting and using cursing words and stuff like that, then may not be replayed. But thanks a lot for those super chats, Jen. I do appreciate that. And this stream is sponsored by Jen DeLon. Very nice, very nice. Thank you very much. It's too bad that you have to sponsor my stream based on negativity and people doing stuff to you. And, shame on them if they did alter some of your content and repost it like that. But we do know that people do stuff like that. Daisy, hey, good to see you in the chat. How's things going with you? Hope that things are going good. Cam does not change messages. I am a liar. Jen is trolling you. Says Pooh there. I don't know. Pooh is actually a good friend of mine. I probably know a little more than I want to say about Pooh. I mean, Pooh, you have to admit, I've been pretty mum about what we know as friends together, And I will say that if you don't know, I will at least say to the audience out there, Pooh Scissors is a guy. Okay, so I'll drop that little truth bomb out there that Pooh Scissors is a guy, not a woman. So we can at least not try and figure out whether Pooh Scissors is male or female.
Fuck all the fucking way off.
Yeah, and that being said, thank you for the Sunday service, Pastor. Well, isn't that nice? 12th man. That's right. We're over here. It says this is like the Sunday service out here today. Very nice to be here with you.
I'm going to fucking have your fucking face bleeding and your teeth knocked out, and all your little buddies are going to fucking run away.
Oh, man. Yeah. And, we'd like to welcome Brett to the service here today. And, just chill out a little bit. Chill out a little bit because, things are not going to get any worse than they are here. They'll only get better, okay? We've already hit rock bottom. We've hit rock bottom with the climate emergency, and I think everybody understands now that climate changes and that there's not so much as an emergency and that we need oil, for the world to operate. If you want a new iPhone or Android phone, you need a little bit of oil, the residue of the oil, to produce the plastic case and the plastic bits and stuff like that you need. You need a little bit of oil for all those plastic things on your electric car. All the interior of it is all plastic and stuff like that. So you need some oil for that. You need oil to dig all of those things, diesel and stuff like that they manufacture your electric car with, that kind of thing. Climate change is not so much a big thing anymore. We don't really need net zero. Net zero, we can throw it out because it's all a bunch of bullshit. We don't need carbon capture. Don't waste a bunch of billions of dollars on trying to pump CO2 into the ground because you're not going to save anything. Really, honestly, if us as a people kill off the population because of too much CO2 in the air, so be it. It's going to happen. Let it happen. Just let reality happen. because it's hey, the way that life goes on here. Look at, there's some smoke behind me here coming from those fires over in British Columbia, and it's just the way life is, just let things roll. But maybe spend a little bit of money on clearing the brush and stuff like that around cities, so that cities and houses don't burn down. That would maybe be a good thing. But yeah, we got to do Blue Jays and Elks today, Tommy. Yeah, the Blue Jays. Yeah, I need to be wearing like a Blue Jays shirt or something here, in support of them. The Elks, yeah. Well, they changed the name to the Elks. They used to be the Eskimos. So I'm still in that Eskimo camp. I consider the Edmonton Eskimos to be the team, but they changed the name to the Elks, and you still have a lot of people that are pissed off about that. But yeah, go Elks, go Elks, go. Let's hope they win. And the Blue Jays too. That is Canada's only baseball team. So if you're going to be into baseball and you're in Canada, well, you want to be going go Blue Jays, go. And actually they have a pretty good team there too. So yeah, that's good. Pooh says, Jen, if you send messages back to back, he can't change the second one fast enough. Yeah, exactly. So just post stuff in the chat, and away you go. Jethro Tull in the chat. Hey, says they're probably envious of your new Cuisinart can opener. Yeah. Oh, actually, speaking of products for your kitchen, my wife bought us a brand spanking new bread maker. So we've got a bread maker. We just took it out of the box. I haven't used it yet, but I will be giving you updates on our endeavors to make bread. And hopefully I don't make a loaf of bread that's as hard as a rock, because I've actually done stuff like that where I've made stuff, cooked stuff in the oven. Like I remember making a loaf of bread, and it was as hard as a rock. You couldn't bite on the thing. And also cookies. I made cookies too that were like hard as a rock. So I'm not really good at cooking stuff. So hopefully when I have one of those new inventions like a bread maker, and if I follow the instructions properly, and if the yeast isn't like 10 years old, hopefully I'll have a loaf of bread that will be moist and, I can smell that smell of fresh baked bread here right now, just talking about it. Just do that. Close your eyes right now, close your eyes, and then imagine that somebody's cooking some bread in your house, and you're just going to breathe in that smell of nice, fresh baked bread. There's nothing like that in the world, right? Right? Remember when your mom did that? Remember when your grandmother did that? They always had the apron on and were baking the bread in the oven, and you're a kid and you remember that smell. Yeah. Anyways, let's move on. But anyways, this is Feel Good Sunday. Feel Good Sunday. And so far, even though the title of my show is, let me see, wasn't it news? Something to do with the news? We haven't even gotten into the news. The only news we've got is something about Cat Day. Happy International Cat Day. And this came 13 hours ago. So I don't know. International Cat Day was probably yesterday. But, other than that, we haven't really gone over too much news. Other than this, we do have our illustrious Prime Minister of Canada. Okay. He is apparently a cat guy. He's a cat guy. Who knew? Oh, that doesn't surprise me. Absolutely doesn't surprise me that he's a cat guy. So he spent a bit of time going into the SPCA and, looking cool and, looking into a microscope and, holding onto a cat who's like clawing the hell out of him. And anyways, Mark Carney he's a cat person, right? The Canadian Prime Minister showed off his softer side as he snuggled an adorable kitten on a video celebrating International Cat Day. And yes, we're feline pretty good about it. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Yeah. Where's Trump? I would bet that Trump is not a cat guy. He doesn't appear to be a cat guy. He's not meow, Trump is more likely a Dog guy. Was that a dog? Well, that's a pretty small dog. It almost sounded like a cat. Yeah, right. Ah!
Okay, boomer.
Yeah, I know. We're going low here today. We're going as low. How low can you go? We're going about as low as we can go here today. Yeah, I don't know. Happy Cat Day. Yeah, there's always some cat stuff out there. You can't make this cat stuff up. I don't know. Let's see what's going on with the cats out here today. Here we go. Here's the nighttime cat shot. Oh, they're playing out there. They're doing something. Out on an evening walk, this Florida panther and her cub were caught on a trail camera, stopping and taking in the night air. But her cub had other plans in mind. So, again, this is a happy cat day out there. And this is what cats do apparently at nighttime. Panthers, woo! You got to be careful for them. They wouldn't something like that. Isn't panther like a cougar or something like that would attack you, or that kind of thing. And cats can be nice. They can be nice. Sometimes they lick the globe, and yeah. Oh, they have that raspy tongue too. I forgot about that. That raspy tongue that a cat has there. It's like really good for grooming. Hair and stuff like that, and licking on you and whatever they're licking on there. It can pull stuff into their mouth there, but it's like a comb. They have like a comb on their tongue or something, You know what I'm talking about? It's kind of a raspiness on their tongue. I kind of just thought of that there as that little meme popped in there on International Cat Day. Oh, jeez. Oh, and of course, cats love watermelons. I don't know if you knew this, but cats are like really fond of watermelons. Who knew that? Especially cougars.
Wow, what is that, Lou?
Oh, look at that. The cub's got a watermelon for enrichment.
Ooh.
That's Zola and Lulu. They love the watermelons. Trying to eat it. Trying to open it up. I wonder, do they actually eat it? I thought they loved meat and stuff like that. Like a dead rat or dead mouse or something like that. But watermelon? What? Since when the cats like watermelon? That's just, I guess they're not feeding them enough or something, so they're so damn hungry they'll eat almost anything. But, yeah.
Wow, what is that, Lou?
Oh, jeez, I never heard of that before. That doesn't make any sense at all, right? Yeah. And let's see. I wonder if dogs like International Cat Day. Here's a dog. Dog, what do you think of International Cat Day? What do you think about it? He's not too impressed whatsoever. He's not, the dog is not impressed with International Cat Day. Yeah, he wants nothing to do with it. He's just gonna, or she, I should say she. We can tell it's a she, by the way, if you look closely. She's not impressed with International Cat Day. Oh my, yeah, where's this going? Okay, let's get off of that cat topic. That was the news for the day. International Cat Day. Yeah. Enough with that. I don't know what else happened there. Let's see. We got stories coming in from WNBA, the Women's National Basketball Association. Let's show you that clip here. There is that clip of Dejanai Carrington blames white privilege after being ejected for a hard foul on Sophie Cunningham. So we've got that whole thing that happened. And let's actually show you that bit here. Let me bring it in where it's where you can actually see it. And they get into a kind of a fight and a tiff and stuff like that. But do you think that this is white privilege? She was okay. So she calls out white privilege because the person, okay, you see in the white there, Fever, was kind of slapped. If you watch this clip here, you'll see what happens. Okay, just watch this.
Base coming down, trying to prevent the layup, but
right there, you see that? How she gets her face slapped after throwing the ball. And she gets ejected from the game for actually doing that. Let's replay that again there so you see that. Watch this carefully.
Layup, but that is just
boom, right there.
A hard hit. That's definitely going to be upgraded,
hard hit.
I think.
And the colored woman is saying that she was ejected because of white privilege, because the person that she did that was a white person. Come on. Why is it always about color? You know, like always. It's like they bring it in like that when it's something between a white person and a black person or a colored person. It's like always a colored thing. You know, like today's Sunday, so let's quit it. Quit it already. Let's all be nice to each other. Is my hat on straight? It looks like it's a little bit crooked. Okay, there we go. And by the way, Al Munson, I finally got a hat that fits me, you know, like not a kid's hat, whatever. So, and this is a nice hat too. I love these hats with the flat brim. In fact, it's got a little bit of a curve on it, but it's not those ones that are really curved over, you know, like the baseball hats. This one here is more of a rapper hat, you know, or a celebrity. A celebrity would wear a hat like this, you know. So that's why I'm wearing a hat like this. But anyways, WNBA player Dejanai Carrington blames white privilege after being ejected for a hard foul on Sophie Cunningham. Cunningham was given a flagrant 2 foul and was immediately ejected. She then apparently rushed to the locker room so she could blame white privilege. So I don't know about that. I don't think that's white privilege. I think she was ejected for the game for an absolute foul. You don't do that to somebody. You don't grab their head like that and do that, do you? That's terrible to do something like that.
Base coming down, trying to prevent the layup, but that is just.
And she crashes her right down onto the ground. She could have been injured with something like that.
That is going to be a flagrant,
you know, and of course she fights back a little bit there. So they have to,
there is follow through. You know, there's potential for injury.
Get in there and
Sophie Cunningham in a vulnerable position.
Look at that!
Wow!
Yeah,
oh my God!
There's no question.
That's not basketball. That's wrestling. Come on, that's a wrestling move right there.
Just a hard hit. That's definitely.
And it's definitely not. She's not booted out of the game because of white privilege. So, yeah. Anyway, let's hear what Sophie Cunningham has to say about that hit, because that wasn't great. That was terrible. And let's hear her side of the story here to make sure that we get it from Sophie Cunningham herself.
Yeah, so Carrington is a dirty player, probably the dirtiest player in the league. And then she has the audacity to go online right after her ejection and claim that she got ejected because of racism. She definitely learned well from Angel Reese. Whenever something goes against you, just pull out that race card. I think she's jealous of my natural blonde hair. She'll never have this hair.
So now it's going to be we're getting back to cat day. Now it's going to be a cat fight. It's a cat fight between them. Oh, man. It's like you're going to be pulling out. It's because of my blonde hair or whatever. Well, she's pissed off. She's pissed off. So, you know, you have to, hey, let her say what she wants to say.
I literally got clotheslined in the air, and this clown has to turn it into race. Her level of IQ needs to be studied for generations. But anyways, it was an easy dub for us.
Hey, Sophie, I'm going to be honest. I don't watch this garbage league, but I had to get in on the action after seeing that ejection. So I went all in on Kalshi for Indiana to win this game. I had some sweat coming out my cheeks at the end there. Don't make it that close again, buddy, or else I'm calling Enos Canner to show you what's good. Thank you.
That's fine. I wouldn't watch this circus either. Literally, the only exciting thing about this league are the cat fights. Because we all know a middle school boys team can destroy any team in this league, especially when we got players who can't make wide open layups like Sid the Sloth. It truly is an embarrassment. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. So she's not happy with the league. She's not happy with what's going on. And Of course, that makes the news. That's, like calling, oh, it's racist, it's white privilege. That's what, it wasn't the hit, but it was the fact that she says she got ejected because of white privilege, like playing the race card. That's what made the news, Unbelievable, the society that we live in here today. Like, totally unbelievable. But welcome to Tommy Temper Sunday here. We're just the usual, the Temper Report. We're breaking it down, breaking this news down, exactly, calling it out to what it is. Super Salty, good to see you in the chat. Looks fake, says Fry TV. Yeah, there's all kind of fake stuff out there. Well, that was with the Jen DeLong thing there. Yeah, borrow that Cuisinart can opener. Yeah, exactly. Let's go into this here, see what we got as far as comments in here. Just going over the comments here. What's this? Pooh Scissors there is asking, can trans women play in the WNBA? Oh my, we're not getting into trans already. You're trying to get me, get the cops coming over here for hate speech, aren't you?
FBI, open up!
Yeah, currently WNBA eligibility is by league rules. Discussions ongoing about inclusion. Wow. In other words, they're not saying whether they're allowing it or not, or at least Nightbot is not saying that, so I don't know. We'll see what happens with that one there. Okay, let's move on to what else is happening. Oh, yeah, Italy. Italy is another trending thing. Apparently, what's happening is Brookfield doing something over in Italy that Mark Carney has to run over there. He took a trip over to Italy. So we're not sure what the deal is over there, but there may very well be something going on there between Brookfield over in Italy, because our illustrious prime minister has taken a trip over there. So, yeah, lots of stuff going on there. I guess we'll see with whatever Carney is doing there, whatever he is announcing. Yeah, lots of stuff going on in Summerlin, BC. Oh, yeah, we've got this one here. This is Mark Carney in Mark Carney in Italy. Meanwhile, back in Canada, he's sipping his whatever on the beach over in Italy. Meanwhile, Canada is burning. That's actually Toronto, but Summerland, BC is where the big fires are happening there. But pretty good depiction there of what's happening between Mark Carney and what's going on back in Canada. He's like over there sipping his Mai Tai or whatever the hell that is there. Meanwhile, Canada burns to the ground here. Yeah. How about buying a few water bombers or something like that? How about spending a little money in Canada rather than running over to other countries and announcing a bunch of Canadian money being spent over somewhere else that will probably enrich your Brookfield friends? Allegedly, I have to watch what I say here. But yeah, he's having a fun time on this Sunday here. Well, in fact, that might be me a little bit later here today too. I'm going to be because I've got my white shirt on here, my nice white hat on here, and yeah, all I need is a nice drink in my hand and be leaning back in my lawn chair, relaxing, and then later on taking a dip in the hot tub, because that's going to be happening. I said that I would do a video in the hot tub there, but I always wear a hat when I'm on air here. You never see me without a hat on because I don't have any hair. I'm like bald, so I like wearing a hat, and everyone knows me with a hat on. So I don't want to change my persona. But if I go in the hot tub, then I take my hat off, because you don't want to be sitting sweating in a hot tub with a hat on. But maybe I'll do a video in the hot tub there. Look forward to something like that happening. That would be pretty good if that ever did happen. Anyways, stuff going on over there in Italy. The big wildfire thing here in Canada. We've got Eby, the NDP leader of British Columbia, and all these wildfires are happening over in British Columbia. And apparently there has been a state of an emergency declared in British Columbia. That's how bad these fires are getting over here in Canada. Just to pick up on this little bit of news here, because this is pretty big here in Canada. Summerland, BC, the fires are encroaching over that area, and EB finally calls a state of emergency for British Columbia. I guess he wanted to make sure Carney was settled into his vacation in Italy before he called it, But yeah, I just wonder when Carney will announce more money for Ukraine or gender race somewhere in the world instead of talking about forest management seriously. So, but anyways, let's listen to EB on this little bit of news here.
This new fire marks a significant shift in the overall fire situation in our province. Today, based on the advice of emergency officials, Minister Green has declared a provincial state of emergency. With this new fast-moving wildfire and the large-scale evacuation that took place overnight. Through the night, first responders, wildfire crews, search and rescue teams, RCMP, local community members, local government leaders, volunteers, and emergency officials worked tirelessly. The stories that are starting to come out are heroic. Many people put themselves at risk to save others. We thank them for their courage and for their commitment. Right now, our full focus is saving lives and supporting rescue efforts. Air evacuations are underway for people cut off by the fire. Emergency teams continue to work and will work around the clock. If you are under an evacuation order, please leave immediately.
Yeah, get the hell out. Get the hell out of Dodge. If you are under an evacuation order and your government has called a state of emergency in your area, get the hell out of Dodge now. Like, geez, don't stick around there until as fire's burning all around you, and then you go driving through. Whoa, this is pretty bad. It's starting to heat up in the car here. Yeah, you don't want to be in that situation. And I think somebody has died already in that fire there. Usually they can get people out ahead of time because when you see smoke, there might be fire. So get the hell out of Dodge. So, that's what's happening in British Columbia there right now. Big fires happening to the point where the province has called an emergency. And there's a couple of areas there that I think are under evacuation, like Summerland area. And I think it was the Peachland area there as well. So, some pretty big areas there, and lots of dry brush and high winds and stuff like that are causing that whole thing. So that's a bit of news happening there. Let's do a quick look at our good friend President Trump, see what he's up to there at the moment. Breaking news, Iran just dropped a bombshell, apparently, here in the news. Iran, demanded, they put a demand on President Trump. They will only fully reopen the Strait of Hormuz if the United States lifts the entire naval blockade, plus a laundry list of other major concessions. The Trump administration is currently crushing Iran's attempt to force illegal tolls through the strait. 47 doesn't negotiate with terrorists, doesn't blink, doesn't back down, and the world is now watching this whole situation. Let's listen to this report from Fox News about that whole incident.
Open a key waterway in the Middle East, but a potential deal between Iran and Oman might threaten U.S. access. Steve Harrigan reports live from Tel Aviv. Steve.
John, President Trump has said repeatedly that the talks to reopen fully the Strait of Hormuz are progressing and that he is taking a personal active role in those negotiations. We are, however, getting some mixed messages from Iran in the past 24 hours. Some hardliners, especially in the parliament, saying that the U.S. would have to entirely lift the blockade of Iran's naval ports before any deal is made. Now, some analysts say Iran is simply playing for time.
There is, I understand, some concern that Iran is trying to play loosey with the football here because their real objective is to drag this out as long as they can into the midterms. But what it really comes down to is the fact that President Trump could inflict tremendous damage on Iran if he decides to.
The real sticking point would
And
be
he has,
granting
too.
Iran a greater level of control over the state. So far, the U.S. has rejected any idea of paying taxes on ships that move through the Strait of Hormuz. Current traffic is just at a fraction now of what it used to be. The average this week is about 12 ships a day moving through the Strait of Hormuz. The pre-war level was about 130 ships per day. John, back to you.
All right. Steve Harrigan reporting live from the Middle East. Thank you.
There you go. So that's the latest, the very latest on what's happening over there with Trump and the Middle East, that there's still ongoing negotiations. Yeah, you heard the number of ships going through there. Just a pittance compared to normal, probably 1/10 the number of ships actually going through there. And still, it seems like the Islamic regime is pretty much impossible to negotiate with, from what I can tell, because they seem to come up with agreements, and then all of a sudden the Iranian regime is bombing a ship or doing something like that. So it seems like the regime cannot be trusted with any kind of an agreement whatsoever. Trump is flabbergasted. We're hearing reports that there's the missiles that the U.S. is using are being depleted. So, there's rumors like that coming around, that things have kind of slowed down a little bit there until they send more missiles over there. They need to restock, resupply, whatever, in order to bomb Iran further. The U.S. doesn't have a lot of drones like the Ukraine has. If the U.S. had more drones, they should buy more of those Ukrainian drones so that they can, just bomb the hell out of, easily bomb out their infrastructure, electricity grid, fuel, make it so, and all the military stuff that's over in Iran. But it seems like Iran has fortified locations where their bombs are located, like they're in the mountainous areas there. But every time there's anything that comes out of Iran, they track exactly where it came from, and then they go in there and, bomb that particular location. But the Iranians have bulldozers and stuff like that inside of those tunnels and that, where they can dig it back out again and bring a mobile launcher out of a hidden location and go at them again. Like they're really prepared for what's going on. The Iranian military, and so how long this whole thing will go on, I don't know. But it's just one of those things that it's going to be going on for a while, it seems. Yeah, Summerland. Let's see. BC is the area where stuff like that is going on. Elm Tree. Yeah, I heard some talk about you there. Whatever. Be careful. Don't take anything that some guy gives you out on the street there. I don't know if that was you they were talking about there, but be careful. Be very careful of what there is out there. Edward Cam says, the Starseed, the only living descendant of Lyrian Empress, the empire and planet Lyra destroyed during the Illyrian Draconian War. Wow. You should be on Coast to Coast. You should phone in to Coast AM there with your theories. Sounds good. Robert says that fire in Vernon moved so fast some people only got out with the clothes on their back. Yeah, I know. I saw people on the lakeshore there that had to be on boats and that. And there was one video, a pretty famous video there on the lakeshore, where the guy was hanging on to the end of the pier in the water doing a video of his cabin burning on the shore there. Just unbelievable what's going on over there in the interior of BC, the Okanagan area. And I have visited that area. In fact, my grandparents had a house in the area there, so we would go and visit them. So, not anymore. The house is long gone, whatever. Well, not long gone, but whatever, sold. Somebody else is living there. But yeah, I've definitely been to the area, gone up and down the coast in the area there and seen what it's like there. And it is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So it's kind of, in my mind, I can almost feel what it's like there to lose what you have. And I have been to areas like up north, like the Fort McMurray, and to Slave Lake, to places where there have been fires and seen the destruction of the housing. And Jasper was the very latest place that I was there, eh? And I was up there in Jasper right after the fires happened and saw the destruction, the burned out houses and stuff like that. All that's left is just the foundations in the ground. And in fact, they didn't even, when I go back there to see the reconstruction over in Jasper, they did not use the foundations of any of those houses that I saw. Maybe there might be one or two, but most of what we saw was they went in there and they bulldozed anything that was left or dug out the foundations, any concrete in the ground, and then you ended up with big holes in the ground, and then they started fresh with brand new construction. They did not use the foundations of the houses. One of the things that I did see that's still there is the stonework of a church that burned. The stonework was up maybe about 10 or 20 feet high, and that stonework is still there. And they didn't really touch that yet, so I'm not sure what they're going to do with that stonework that survived the fire in Jasper. But yeah, fires are absolutely terrible. We hate to see any of that stuff happening anywhere in the world, and our hearts go out to the people in British Columbia there. And also the same thing happened in Seattle, Washington, where there were over 700 structures that burned to the ground because of a massive fire. And apparently that fire might have been started by a person or persons, people always blame, there's more fires because of climate change. There's also even the fires in British Columbia. I was looking at one of the satellite views on that whole thing, and it appears like the fires were started in a row, like almost like somebody was driving down the road or something and starting a fire and then going further and starting a fire and further and starting a fire. And normally when a fire starts, it's like a campfire or something like that, getting out of control, or a lightning strike or something. And usually a fire starts in one spot and spreads. But these fires in BC appear to be started in multiple locations and in a row, and really, really suspicious that that's happening. So people are going, oh yeah, it's climate change that all these fires are happening. No, I think it's more likely that you have a bunch of arsonists, or one arsonist, whatever, that is lighting a whole bunch of fires and causing the whole thing to happen. And more likely than not, the guy is probably some kind of a tree hugger or something that is trying to push the climate change agenda by making it seem like this is all climate change related. So I don't know. I don't know if that's what's happening. But Donald Trump has something to say here. He's got to say that the USA is the hottest country in the world. I wonder if he means with the fires going on there. Just a short time ago, under Sleepy Joe Biden, it was dead, laughed at all over the world, but not anymore. Nobody's laughing. May I have your attention, President DJT? May I have your attention? May I have your attention? USA is the hottest country in the world. What do you mean, hottest country in the world? Hot by fires going on there, or hot because you've got all kind of stuff happening? But anyways, nobody's laughing. Nobody's laughing. So there's your Donald Trump thing. Donald Trump. Yeah, I'm not going to do my Donald Trump impression because it's not that great. I have to put on my blue hair when I do that too. You guys have seen it. You know what I'm talking about here. Hot property. Yeah, exactly, Herman. Must be talking about hot property or something. The blue roof will keep you safe. Wish you'd take us on some IRL adventures. Daisy. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, I should actually go live. You know what? When I go live on my golf cart or something like that, I don't get that many views, so that's probably why I don't go live at the lake or live, on location or IRL or something like that. I don't get that many views. It seems like I get more views over here on, at the desk, at the studio, in my studio here, doing stuff like this than I do over, in real life, like in the golf cart or something like that. Last time I went live in my golf cart, I went live on TikTok. And by the way, I am a TikToker because I do have a TikTok account. But I rarely post anything. I rarely go live on TikTok. And TikTok is probably the most anal platform out there because I went live in my golf cart. And as soon as I went live and started moving, up popped on my screen, like your stream has been suspended because of something going on that is not with our terms of service, i.e. that you're streaming from a mobile vehicle. You know what I mean? And there was other times where I was live and they suspended my stream because they thought that the content was too anal or something like that. I don't know what's with TikTok, but I don't like the platform because it bans you and it prevents you from doing anything all the time based on what you can get away with, no problem at all over here on YouTube. I don't the only time that I've ever seen that my stream has been suspended on YouTube is for playing some kind of some copyright music or something like that. You can get away with that, a little clip or something like that. You know what I mean? Like just a little bit. If you play just a little bit of music, you can get away with it. Like I think it's, in fact, I've gotten flagged on 7 seconds worth of music. Believe me, 7 seconds. So I think you have to keep it to less than 7 seconds. I heard that the number was 8 seconds, but I had, that one I used to play there, the Married with Children song, that one there is really bad because I had 8 seconds of that song and they would flag me every time and give me a copyright strike for playing 8 seconds of Married with Children. So I tried cutting it down to 7 seconds and they were still giving me a copyright strike. So I think it's about 6 seconds. If you're like 6 seconds of a little bit of music, you can probably get away with it. Just saying, but yeah, I don't know for sure on that. What do you think? What do you think about that?
Amazing. Never back down. Never give up.
That's right. That's our motto. Our show motto. Never back down. Never give up. Yeah, exactly. Uh-oh. I'm having a computer problem while I'm live. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What am I going to do? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't have many buttons on my thing here, so, you have to take it the way it is. It's a clown show. It's a freaking virtual clown show here today. Thank you for watching. You're watching the Tommy Temper Show. I'm Tommy Temper. You are the illustrious people out there in the world. I'm pointing at you because without you, we wouldn't have the Tommy Temper Show now, would we? And without all of the rest of those streamers out there that risk their lives, by going live on their channels, right? You wouldn't have anything to talk about, right? Vagisil customer service. He should go live accidentally turning down Queenie Street twice after, looking for a week. Oh, turning down Queenie Street. Oh, go live in front of her house or something like that. Yeah, go over there and knock on her door. Hey, Queenie. FBI, open up! Scare her a little bit there or something. I don't know. Yeah. Queenie and I are actually friends, but she's, like, I don't like it when Queenie doxes me, like, don't dox me. I don't like doxing her or, I know you guys out there are more into doxing. That's where I draw the line. I don't like to point out where people live or something like that. I like to play the thing, we remember Queenie and I have this back end agreement that we made practically years ago that we would be unfriendly to each other, let's say, you know what I mean? Like, and we would say things and do things to each other, to kind of create content. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'll admit it. We made that pact. It was a pact, a backroom pact to do that, you know. But that didn't mean that that she would drive by my house and, go on video and go, oh, there's where Tommy Temper lives. Now I know where he lives. He lives at blah, 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 blah. No, like that's going a little bit overboard. And now that she has put a bow in her hair and turned a new leaf and has become a, quote, nice person, well, I don't know. Is that true or not? Did that really happen? Is that really what's going on? I don't know. I really don't know. But I have to have I'm going to stand back a little bit and just watch what happens here, okay? It's going to take more than one stream for Queenie to turn a new leaf, put it that way. Like, it's easy to say something, but it's easy to go back on what you're talking about. Let's put it that way. So we'll see what actually happens, okay? Big D says, thanks a lot for popping in here, Big D. Nice to see you. Some people are always trying to get away with something. Yeah, I know exactly. That's what life is like, Troy says, if I had a double, I'd definitely dock with myself. Just keeping it real. Or dox. If I had a double, I'd dox myself. Yeah, I'll change your words on that one there. Jim in the house there. Hey, Jim, good to see you. Jim Nalgren, good friend of mine from a long time ago. He liked it when I played those games. What was it? The Geo type games there, where you put a thing on the screen and you go, where is this in the world, and try and figure it out. That was the initial reason for the war. I don't know. What was the original reason for the war? Oil? I don't know. I thought it was keeping the nuclear bomb out of Iran's hand. That's what the whole thing was there. Bob Cox says King Kong Bundy was a king. Yeah. Oh, yeah, with the Married with Children. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, working at the shoe store, if you remember that. I used to like that show. It was like the most politically incorrect show, like his wife had biggins there. Peggy, yeah. Peggy, my wife is sitting there listening to everything I'm saying here. So shh, I better be careful what I say here. I have to be politically correct here. Otherwise, my wife will take me to the cleaners after the show here. I'll be like, ow, that hurts. Don't do that. Yeah, but you said that on your stream and I didn't like it. Yeah, exactly. Didn't we have a nuclear deal before the war that Obama made, and now we've got no nuclear deal? Yeah, pretty much, Edward Cam. I think that's where we're going with that whole Trump thing going on there. Elm says, any dude want to be my emperor? Apparently I'm single and maybe ready to mingle. Oh, Elm Tree is single and ready to mingle. Whoa, isn't that nice? Well, you never know. RV might be heading in his van, heading back to Ontario. I don't know. I don't know if he's sticking around Alberta here or what he's doing there. Yeah, I've said to RV, I've said, hey, head over to Jasper. There's lots of jobs in Jasper. There's like camping spots out there. You can make a few bucks there while it's still nice weather or whatever. We'll see. I don't know what he's up to though. Hey, he's in his own domain there and doing what he wants to do. So just let him have fun. Everyone out there, it's the summertime. It is the summertime. You have fun in the summertime. That is the wrong button.
2,000 years later.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Time goes on. Okay. Super Salty says, people choose Sylvan Lake because of the lifestyle. The lake itself is a major attraction and provides year-round recreation. That's right. You can go quadding in the wintertime and ice fishing. The waterfront area also features restaurants, shops, and community events. Yeah, it's a fun place to be. Like, really, I'm having way more fun in Sylvan Lake than I do in Edmonton, because in Edmonton, you walk out of your door and it's like some guy slumped over, doing the bent, whatever, and some guy running around with a spike or something trying to kill you, or another guy running out in the middle of the traffic or whatever. You guys see the videos that I do there in Edmonton. The videos speak for themselves. It's not the greatest place to live. Whereas down here in Sylvan Lake, it's like fun in the sun, it's like great time. Like, I should spend more time having a drink at the local bars or something like that and just relaxing, taking it easy. I don't drink during the daytime, but I will have a couple of drinks at nighttime. So we have a little bit of fun here. It's great. And also I have a hot tub here. So hot tub is great to go into after a hard day hanging around at the beach and riding your golf cart around. It takes an awful lot out of you. I go to the store to buy, they've got real nice sourdough bread. There's a bakery in town here. But now I have that baking machine in the kitchen, the one that bakes bread. What do you call it? Automatic bake machine. So I've got to try that out and see whether or not I can make a loaf of bread that's not as hard as rock. But apparently my wife tells me that she bought some, brown whole wheat flour. So the very first loaf that I make is going to be whole wheat. Heavy. Yeah. And is that fast rising yeast or slow rising yeast? I bought both. Both. Okay. We've got both. So I don't know. I think the fast rising yeast is probably the best to use in one of those bread machines. I don't know. We'll see what happens there with that whole deal. Looks pretty good. Oh, we got this coming in here. Everyone is laughing at Trump, but yeah, they forgot about his strategic play. Let's just watch this one here. Is this what's happening? Check it out. Over in Iran, look at what Trump has up his sleeve. Oh yeah. Hang on, turn that copyright music off there. But look at this. Holy, imagine that coming at you and dropping a few bombs there. If I was Iran right now, I'd be shaking in my boots, because you don't want that kind of firepower to come and decimate you. But yeah, everyone is laughing at Trump, but they might be missing his strategic play. Trump threatens to attack Iran, sets deadlines, modifies them, talks about deals, and then backs off. Many interpret this as weakness or improvisation. But there's another reading, right? Trump isn't backing off at all. He's still there. Is he going to see this to an end? Is he going to see the destruction of the Islamic regime in Iran so that the rightful Persian people can take over their country? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Let's just keep monitoring the situation and find out what exactly is going to happen in the Middle East. Oh my, it's a crazy world that we live in here. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Hey everyone, that's it for the Temper Show. Thanks a lot for watching here today. It is 11:32 Mountain Daylight Time, and wherever it is in your world, hey, we hope you have a good Sunday. Thanks a lot for watching.
Rise up, tired of the status quo.
We're tired. We're sick and tired.
Black gold, beef on the grill so fine.
Let's go, Alberta.
Golden, canola blooming in the sunshine. But
Yeah.
I was taking our billions.
That's right. Can't forget about Alberta independence. We'll leave you with this little ditty that I wrote myself about Alberta independence.
We're done with the feds breaking free from their reins.
Alberta freedom.
Ringing loud and true. Sovereignty calling, independence coming.
Hey, you all have a good Sunday. And we will see you the next time I go live. Without you, we wouldn't have a show. You are the show. Give yourself a thumbs up. Give the stream a thumbs up. And sub up to the channel if this is the first time you're watching. I appreciate every one of you. In fact, I'll give myself a thumbs up. Woo-hoo. Let's go. That's right.
From the prairie to the peaks, where the eagles soar high. We're sick of the
Thanks a lot, everyone, for popping in, saying hello. Appreciate every single one of you. Sun Honey, good to see you in there. Big D, Jim, Bob Cox, D, Daisy, Jen, Elm, RV, Herman from the UK. Big supporter of the stream. Good to see all of you. Robert Sinclair. Oh, yeah, the radioactive material. Jethro. I like sourdough. Our good friend Super Salty. Good to see you. And anyone else that I missed, big shout out to everyone there. Pooh Scissors. I talked to him about that, but I don't have what I was into anymore. I'm right down to bare minimum here now. Everything that I was into before is like long gone. Out of that industry completely. Just living high on the life. Down here at Sylvan Lake. Good old Sylvan Lake. Moderately affordable and less expensive than major nearby metropolitan centers like Calgary, Edmonton. Exactly. But yeah, you're right. Lakefront properties to command a substantial luxury premium. Absolutely. Our good friend Deb. Deb's Crazy Daily. I missed you. I missed you in there. Nice to see you. Deb in the house. And of course, Edward Cam. Good to see you, Big D, in there too. Longtime friend. And always something interesting to say. Jethro, good to see you in there for sure. Elm Tree, well, you're single. Hey, everyone knows, so let's see what happens there. We're back in the swing of things. You have to be frequenting those dating sites like Plenty of Fish or something like that. I don't know. But be careful of the internet because there's apparently a lot of predators on the internet, you know. In fact, that goes with Plenty of Fish and the rest of those online services there. Lots of predators out there. Woohoo! Troy! Almost forgot about you. Troy's going to be beside himself. Okay, everyone, have a good Sunday. Take care. Stay out of trouble. And if you can't stay out of trouble, do what I do, which is basically ignore everything and just do what you want to do. Bye, everyone. Have a good day. See you again the next time I go live.